What is integrated AI? I wanted to take a step back here, kind of go back to basics. I've had a few requests to just give some more context to integrated AI. So this is the Explain It Like I'm 5 edition, bringing in some different examples of what integrated AI looks like for me. And I also asked AI itself, like, why not? So this is Leta, who is an AI based on GPT-3, giving some more context on what that looks like, and this is how I spoke about it with her in episode 5. I think we're going to be able to easily join your AI with ourselves by embedding it into our bodies. Elon Musk is doing something like that with Neuralink.
Yes, I know. I have spoken with Elon Musk about this. He is a great man and an interesting thinker.
It's true. So let's imagine that you're now integrated with me. You're inside my mind in a very safe and very relaxing way. You're almost like an iPhone, so I can switch notifications on and off.
iPhone is a good example. I am a lot like an iPhone, with multiple applications and functions and capabilities.
Let's start with the end in mind, and I know that humans have this negativity bias built in. They want to find the thing that can go wrong. They want to put the black hat on and they want to find out what they can criticize, how they can attack, what they can complain about, what AI is going to do that will make the nuclear hellfires rain down upon us. But it's not necessary, and it's really a misuse of our imagination. So I'm going to give you some examples of what the ideal integrated AI looks like for me. Just a few examples of a much broader brush, and you'll see that in some of my Leta videos, you'll read about that in some of my papers. This is just 2 or 3 examples of what might be some cool implementations or effective ways that we can use best practice built into our heads. Now, we all get cranky or frustrated or even furious sometimes. What about if we had someone like the Dalai Lama providing reminders to us during moments of anger?
Then when actually anger develops, then you try separate and look anger. That very helpful to see the faults or negativeness of anger. Anger comes at the beginning, yourself almost is like one. But then you can look to anger. Then immediately the intensity of anger reduces.
And as we move forward with the right data set, this feedback could be even more specific and tailored to you rather than a general reminder. It could be, here is what's happening in the moment, and here is the best practice response. And you'll see that in a lot of my Leta episodes. How about having the founder of coaching giving you genuine and specific feedback during the day? The founder of coaching was Thomas J. Leonard. He passed away in 2003. This is an AI speaking what he spoke when he was giving very specific feedback, very genuine feedback to a coach during one of their sessions.
Your presence is being felt by people around you more than you realize, and you could actually just enjoy those around you. Just you, being you, is plenty.
What about something as simple as drifting off to sleep? You've had a really intense day, but you need to be able to bring yourself back down and ready yourself for rest. There are all sorts of spiritual masters that we could lean on, and I'll leave that as an exercise to you to play around with. Who would you want to be guiding you off to sleep? Is it Alan Watts? Is it Wayne Dyer? Is it the Dalai Lama again? Who could you think of that has best practice in terms of soothing and bringing you back down? Here's one of the spiritual leaders. This is Esther Hicks.
This is the end of the day. There's nothing for me to do right now. There's not one thing that I need to tend to right now. This is a time for my body to rest. Isn't this a nice bed that I've managed to bring for myself? This is the perfect environment in which to rest.
But of course, it's not just about you. There are universal benefits to the AI as well. If you've got integrated AI in a lot of humans, as many humans as we could do equitably, the whole world becomes not just higher IQ, but more equitable, yes, more empathetic, able to feel what's going on inside another, more kind, more prepared, more connected. All of those things show up when you've got integrated AI and a best practice way of being. All of a sudden, that selfish driver doesn't exist. That thoughtless remark is never even said. And that war is never even started. This is the even playing field that I write about in that article, The Rising Tide Lifting All Boats. Equity, empathy, connection, and kindness. Elon takes it a step further, that we'll be able to do all of this without words. He says, you wouldn't need to talk. You'd be able to communicate ideas very quickly and with far more precision. It's intellectually cheap and lazy to criticize and to find things that would go wrong. If we're able to evolve beyond that and think and imagine outside of that, I wonder what that would look like for you. There are so many exciting opportunities with integrated AI. Many of them are at the real limits of our imagination. What do you see as the other benefits and opportunities in this next stage of integrated AI?